Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Griffs Pod. I'm Noah Hammond. Today, we'll be coming at a recap. So, a lot has happened in the past week. A lot of sports have gotten off to a good start. We're going to let's get right into it with baseball. Baseball having, I wouldn't say surprising, but I've talked to a bunch of baseball players for the past couple years. They've always said they needed a couple pieces, and then they think they would be really good and take that next step. And they did. Their first four games, they went 3-1 at the Northeast Challenge down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They took their first game of the year. They took a tough loss, 5-8, to the University of New Haven, and then they came back in the doubleheader and beat New Haven 4-1. And then they played top-ranked Malloy University and beat them 5-0. And then they went on to beat Franklin Pierce with a 9-4 win. So the baseball team is looking to play Staten Island on March 1st, this Saturday coming up. They have a doubleheader then, and then they move on to Delphi, which is another doubleheader. So, I mean, the baseball team's looking up, man. This is one of the best starts I've been around for, I would say, for sure. And they're looking good. They had a co-player of the week this past week. They had the pitcher of the week. They had some rookies get involved, some honor rolls. So, I mean, it's looking really good for the baseball team, and I'm happy because, if more teams playing good, then it's the better for Trusting the Hill. I mean, sports, it's a lot about sports here, and I'm glad that they got off to a well. With a tough start, the men's lacrosse team is 1-1 now. They had a winning 16-10 against Wheeling in Maryland at the USA Lacrosse Foundation. It's like a Hall of Fame kind of thing, kind of like how in Massachusetts they have the Basketball Hall of Fame, which is really cool. It's kind of how it is in Maryland, but it's just like smaller type, like really nice field. Everything's cool. It's just like pretty small, just like a little area, but it's pretty nice, good turf and everything. And then they lost to Seton Hill, who is ranked 8th in the country right now. Tough loss, 15-1, and it was a 0-4 at halftime. It was a good game going into half, and then Seton Hill just came out in the second half with a little different game plan, and the Griffins just didn't adjust to it. But they are looking to play number 3 in the nation, Pace, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, March 8th, here home at Victory Field. So that's going to be a big game, having number 3 team in the nation come down to Philadelphia, which is going to be pretty cool. Going into women's basketball, our women's basketball team is 15-12 right now. Pretty good record. They are 11-4 in conference, and they have a 7.733 win percentage. They're 7-5 at home and 8-7 away. So their last game is against Georgian Court this Saturday for senior night, and then they go right into playoffs. I've talked to some of the girls. They believe that they're going to play Caldwell in the first round, and they beat Caldwell by 1 in the regular season. So it's going to look to be a good game. So I'm hoping. I don't think they're going to get a home playoff game, which kind of stinks because they had a great one last year and we all went. It was fun. But I think the boys, actually, if they win this weekend on Saturday, are going to get a home playoff, and that's going to be cool. But yeah, senior night's coming up for both basketball teams. They're going to play back to back. Our men's is 13-13. They're perfect 500. They're 8-7 in conference, and they're .533 win percentage. Now the boys also play Georgian Court on Saturday, and that's senior night as well for them. And then they move on to the conference play. So right now they sit second in the South Division right now, and they're playing good basketball, only behind Holy Family, who's top ranked. There's a lot of good teams in the CAC this year for men's basketball. I think we had 3 teams inside the top 10 or something like that. I saw a stat like that the other day. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's a good conference for basketball for sure. March 4th on Tuesdays is the quarterfinals, and it's going to be weird because no one's going to be here. We'll be on spring break, so it'll just be our lacrosse team here. So we're going to go to that game, especially if it's home. We're going to go to that game and make it try to pack it out as much as we can with our 35 guys and have a fun time with that. Yeah, but spring break's coming up with everything, and it's kind of like a downtime for the college. Like, it's just us here. We call it being professionals. Like, you get a little taste of what it's like to be a professional, just working all the time, not having to go to class and stuff like that, doing your own thing. I'm looking forward to golfing a little bit, hopefully during that time. But we have 6 to 8 practice, which kind of stinks. But we have some early practices I'm hoping out to get on the golf course. Coming up, we have the baseball team is going to Staten Island, as I said, and then they go to Adelphi, and then Cedarville, which is in North Carolina. I have a friend that plays golf there, so I'm excited for that game. I'm hoping that we can pull that one out because we play Cedarville March 6th, then Glenville March 7th, and then back to Cedarville March 8th. So 3 games in a row. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough on the pitching rotation, and everyone's going to get some innings, I believe, for sure. But with the baseball team rolling right now, I will not bet against them for sure. As we talk a little bit more about basketball, like I said, the CAC quarterfinals coming up, and then the semifinals, the championships. I mean, this could be this. This looks like it could be our year, man. We're the second seed for the men's, and then third seed for the women. So everything's going right and going positive, and I love that for us because, like I said, if Chestnut Hill, if we're winning more in sports, it's only better for the college because that's how we get more recruits. That's how we get better facilities and stuff like that. If we win more, we put more money into athletics, and that's great for us for sure. But I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with hopefully a guest if someone's here on spring break. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.